In this episode, we are going to be doing a quick look at the Kobalt 12 volt. I guess this is a 12 volt air inflator. It basically can supposedly, I don't know whether it's true or not because we haven't tested this out yet, but claims that it could air up to about 120 psi. So we're just going to be taking a quick look at this air inflator. It runs, depending on where you buy it at, I bought it at Lowe's, and I paid about, I don't know, close to $80 for this friggin' thing. But here's the thing, right? I know you're thinking, $80 for this? Yeah, $80 isn't too bad when you think about it, especially if you go to gas stations sometimes, and the ones that don't have like the free pumps, the free air pumps, or majority of the time, I know here where I am, I live in the ghetto, bud, and people break stuff. And you'll go to a gas station, and you'll need air for your tire, and it's broken because some dummy broke it. So you had to wait for it to get fixed, go down to the next gas station. Meanwhile, you need air in your tire. This thing will fill your car tire, or SUV, or bicycle, or soccer balls, I guess beach balls, basically any type of sport ball that you need to fill, because it comes with the accessories in the top there, which are the needle-like ones that go into a ball. You would have already on the side of one of these ends here has your plug that plugs into a normal valve for an American car. A lot of the American cars that I know of use like a stem, like a bicycle tire does. See, if you guys in the U.S. ever rode a bicycle, ever used a tire pump to pump up your bicycle tires, it's basically same type of hookup. And yeah, so it can run off of your car cigarette lighter port, or you could run this off of a normal outlet in your house or in your garage or anywhere as you can connect a normal plug into an outlet. It can use an extension cord if you need to use an extension cord to get this from a little bit farther out, and all that good stuff. So anyways, that's some of the good stuff too, having a air inflator, is that you can keep this in your car, and if your loved one, your son, your daughter has got a flat tire or is getting a slow leak, you can pump up the tire. Or if you just have one of them temperature changes like I did when I was a first time driver, I'm like thinking, what the heck is wrong with my car? Because my car was warning me my tire pressure was low, and I'm like, how the heck, I got a nail in my tire or something? So anyways, I went to a gas station, and the gas station ended up being a first time driver. I didn't know anything about any of that stuff. So I ended up trying to put air in my tire and stuff like that, and I wasted money and stuff. Or I was trying to find a gas station that had working tire pumps, and I just was having a not good time with that. So one of these is good, but the also main reason I bought this is I have a air compressor tank that I plan to use to clean my car out with. It'll help me get in the nooks and crannies of my car where debris will get between like the center console and car seats and stuff like that. So I can clip this onto my my air tank, fill it up, and set it to PSI that I want, which the max supposedly that this thing puts out is about 120 PSI is the max it can go. My air tank can hold about 200 pounds of PSI, so I'm not even going to get 200 pounds of PSI with this device because it's going to kick off once it reaches that PSI. So basically what that means is that you would set the PSI for your car or whatever vehicle, and you just walk away. Now, that's everything we walk away. I definitely keep an eye on it, because, hey, it's never a good idea to leave things unattended and stuff, if you know what I mean, today's age and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so keep an eye on it, you know, but you don't have to hold the thing in to fill up your tire like you do at some of these air stations where you would fill up your car tire. So, anyways, um, you set the PSI where there's some buttons here on the top, up and down for increasing the PSI or decreasing the PSI, and then a button there to start or pause the the filling of the air. Um, you have one side has the 12 volt adapter, which basically would plug into your cigarette car lighter if some of you guys have a car lighter port. I don't know if any of these high-end cars have car lighter ports on them or not. I just know my car still does. So anyways, it has the 12 volt pluggy here. Somewhere in here it's nice and snug up in there. I guarantee you that once you try to get this baby out, you'll probably have a fun time trying to get it back all nicely like they have it in here. Yeah, I guarantee you take that out, and I want to see you try to put it all back in there, try to shove it all back in that little area there, close the door nice and snug like I just did after you unwind all that cable. On the other side here, we have the valve plug thing you would put onto your tire, and then you would, or your car tire or motorcycle, and lock it down. I'll show you what it looks like real quick for you to be able to see that. If I can try to see where I am in the video here, my fingers are. Okay, so this is what the valve looks like here. It's normally like I said, if you ever use a bicycle tire pump, it's the same type of little clamp thing. You would put this on the stem of the car tire, then take this little lever right here, lock it down. It locks it down so it doesn't come off, and then you're good to start pumping air in your tire. And as soon as it reaches the PSI supposedly that you have it set to, which you should check your car. Normally it's on the side of the door if it's a newer car. It's on the driver's side, or read the manual of your car to find out the tire. Or sometimes if you have enough tread on your car tire, the tire itself will say how much the max PSI it can hold. So check those things and you should be good. And what else is on here? It does have a little light on it, a little lighty for you to be able to see, I guess, if you wanted to try to, you know, light up your area or whatever. If you were working on your car, or I don't know, there's a light here, right here, an LED, some LEDs. It looks like 4 LEDs right here, and then the power button turn the LEDs on. I don't know if there's how many modes there are, whether it's 1 mode or 3 or something like that. But this is just a quick look at it. It's not like a actual using it video. It was just to give you a quick look at what it looks like and stuff, and a quick rundown on why I bought it here and stuff. Underneath it says 120 psi max pressure is what it says, and allow compressor to cool 10 minutes after each 10 minutes of continuous operation. So basically they're warning you here on here that if you're running it for 10 minutes continuous operation, you should probably give it 10 minutes to cool down. So use it, pump one tire. If it takes you 10 minutes to fill up a car tire or vehicle tire or whatever, allow it 10 minutes to cool down, because this baby will probably catch on fire or something. Anyways, though, that pretty much wraps up this epically long, boring video. Have any questions for me? Feel free to leave them down there and they'll comment those below, and I will try to answer them to the best of what I know about this. You actually probably almost closed the video, didn't you? No. Let's go ahead and try to turn this thing on and see what it sounds like. Let me aim it down here at this outlet right here. We'll aim it down at my dirty floor here. Yeah, there we go. You can see a good old American outlet there. That's what this good old American outlet looks like. I ain't got much room over here to be working with. So anyway, this here is the old air inflator. Plug it in to an outlet. Okay, it's lighting up. Down there, it's got our says on here, what does it say? Target PSI. Now, from what I know about this, and maybe you can probably, I don't think you can see that because of the kind of the glare and stuff on there, but anyways, you would have to plug the nozzle end into the car tire, and it's going to detect basically how much PSI is currently in that object that you're plugging it into. For example, if it's a car tire or a motorcycle tire or a truck tire, it'll show what the current PSI is for that wheel. Okay. And if you need more air, you would just adjust the PSI using the up button to increase the PSI until you get the proper PSI that you need for your tire. I don't think this thing is going to work for me because I don't have anything to plug into it, so I don't know if it's going to be able to run or not, but we can try. So we'll set the target here to about 0.2, I guess. I don't even know why it's 0.2 for 0.6, 0.7. I don't know what that. Yeah, okay. It can start at a low number. Okay. So we'll say about, most vehicles, like my car, would be about 35 PSI. See what happens when we hit the run button, if anything at all. Okay. That's how loud it is, bud. That's basically a quick look at the air compressor there and how loud that bugger is. So if you plan to run this thing, make sure you don't do it in a quiet community, because you definitely don't want to tick off your neighbors if they're sleeping. So you don't want to run this thing apparently at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning if you live in a community that's quiet. So it gives you a little taste of what it sounds like and all. I don't think there's an on or off switch on this thing, so I think the minute you plug it into a power source, it's basically ready to go. So you just, I guess, have to just unplug it from power source that it's connected to. Anyways, that's it. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video, and feel free to subscribe to this channel. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments below.